ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। नमस्कार दोस्तों, today I am giving you a good video about Neem Karoli Baba. He was a sage of miracles. He attracted many foreign dignitaries, especially from American tech giants. Neem Karoli Baba or Neem Karoli Baba. He was born in 1900 and took Mahasamadhi in 1973. Known to his followers as Maharaji, was a Hindu guru and a devotee of the Hindu deity Hanuman. He is known outside India for being the spiritual master of a number of Americans who traveled to India in the 1960s and 70s. The most well-known being the spiritual teachers Ram Das and Bhagwan Das and the musicians Krishna Das and Jai Uttal. His ashrams are in Kanchi, Vrindavan, Rishikesh, Simla, Neem Karoli village near Khimsepur in Farrukhabad, Bhumyadhar, Hanumangadhi, Delhi in India, and in Taos, New Mexico, USA. Lakshman Das Sharma was born around 1900 in the village Akbarpur, Faizabad district of Uttar Pradesh, India, to a wealthy Brahmin family. After being married by his parents at the age of 11, he left home to become a wandering sadhu. He later returned home at his father's request to live a settled married life. He fathered two sons and a daughter. As Maharaj Ji, Neem Karoli Baba, known at the time as Baba Lakshman Das, also spelled Lakshman Das, left his home in 1958. Ram Das tells a story that Baba Lakshman Das boarded a train without a ticket and the conductor decided to halt the train and force Neem Karoli Baba off the train at the village of Neem Karoli, Farrukhabad district, UP. After boarding Baba off the train, the conductor found that the train would not start again. After several attempts at starting the train, someone suggested to the conductor that they allow the sadhu back onto the train. Neem Karoli agreed to board the train on two conditions. First condition, the railway company promised to build a station at the village of Neem Karoli. At the time, the villagers had to walk many miles to the nearest station. And number two, the railway company must henceforth treat sadhus better. The officials agreed and Neem Karoli Baba boarded the train, jokingly saying, "What, is it up to me to start trains?" Immediately after his boarding the train, it started, but the train drivers would not proceed unless the sadhu blessed them to move forward. Baba gave his blessings and the train proceeded. Later, a train station was built at the village of Neem Karoli. Baba lived in the village of Neem Karoli for a while and was given his name by locals. Thereafter, he wandered extensively throughout northern India. During this time, he was known under many names, including Lakshman Das, Handiwala Baba, and Tikonia Wala Baba. When he did tapasya and sadhana at Vavaniya Morbi in Gujarat, he was known as Talaya Baba. In Vrindavan, local inhabitants addressed him by the name of Chamatkari Baba, Miracle Baba. During his life, two main ashrams were built, first at Vrindavan and later at Kanchi, where he spent the summer months. In time, over 100 temples were constructed in his name. The Kanchi Dham ashram, where he stayed in the last decade of his life, was built in 1964 with a Hanuman temple. It started 2 years prior with a modest platform built for two local sadhus, Premi Baba and Sombari Maharaj, to perform yagnas. Over the years, the temple, situated 7 kilometers from Nainital on the Nainital Almora Road, has become an important pilgrimage for locals as well as spiritual seekers and devotees worldwide. Each year on June 15, the Kanchi Dham Bhandara takes place to commemorate the inauguration of the temple, a celebration that typically receives over a lakh of devotees. Mahasamadhi. Neem Karoli Baba Maharaj took his Mahasamadhi approximately 1:15 a.m. in the early morning hours of September 11, 1973, in a hospital at Vrindavan, India. After slipping into a diabetic coma, he had been returning by night train to Kanchi near Nainital from Agra, where he had visited a heart specialist due to experiencing pains in his chest. He and his traveling companions had disembarked at Mathura railway station, where he began convulsing and requested being taken to Sri Dham Vrindavan. They took him to the emergency room at the hospital. In the hospital, the doctor gave him injections and placed an oxygen mask over his face. The hospital staff said that he was in a diabetic coma but that his pulse was fine. Maharajji roused and pulled the oxygen mask off his face and the blood pressure measuring band from his arm, saying, "Bekar, useless." Maharajji asked for Ganga water as there was none. They brought him regular water. He then repeated several times, Jai Jagdish Hare, hail to the Lord of the universe. Each time in a lower pitch, his face became very peaceful and all signs of pain disappeared. He was dead. Subsequently, his Samadhi shrine was built within the complex of the Vrindavan ashram, which also has some of his personal belongings. Maharaj was a lifelong adept of Bhakti Yoga and encouraged service to the others, seva as the highest form of unconditional devotion to God. In the book Miracle of Love, compiled by Ram Das, a devotee named Anjani shares the following account. There can be no biography of him. Facts are few, stories many. He seems to have been known by different names in many parts of India, appearing and disappearing through the years. His non-Indian devotees of recent years knew him as Neem Karoli Baba, but mostly as Maharaj Ji, a nickname so commonplace in India that one can often hear a tea vendor addressed thus, just as he said. He was nobody, he gave no discourses. The briefest, simplest stories were his teachings. Usually he sat or lay on a wooden bench wrapped in a plaid blanket while a few devotees sat around him. Visitors came and went. They were given food, a few words, a nod, a pat on the head or back, and they were sent away. There was gossip and laughter, for he loved to joke. Orders for running the ashram were given, usually in a piercing yell across the compound. Sometimes he sat in silence, absorbed in another world to which we could not follow, but bliss and peace poured down on us. Who he was no more than the experience of him, the nectar of his presence, the totality of his absence enveloping us now like his plaid blanket. Notable disciples of Neem Karoli Baba Maharaj include spiritual teacher Ramdas, author of Be Here Now, singer and spiritual teacher Bhagwan Das, author and meditation teacher Lama Surya Das, and the musician Jai Uttal and Krishna Das. Other notable devotees include humanitarian Larry Bryant and his wife Girija Dada Mukherjee, former professor at Allahabad University, Uttar Pradesh, India, anchor writer Roser, American spiritual teacher Ma Jayasati Bhagavati, John Bush, filmmaker, and Daniel Goldman, author of the Baba Haridas, but he supervised several buildings and maintained the ashrams in the Nainital area 1954-68 before heading to the USA to become a spiritual teacher in California at the beginning of 1971. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, along with his friend Dan Kotke, traveled to India in April 1974 to study Hinduism and Indian spirituality. They planned also to meet Neem Karoli Baba, but arrived to find the Guru had died the previous September. Hollywood actress Julia Roberts was also influenced by Neem Karoli Baba. A picture of him drew Roberts to Hinduism, influenced by Steve Jobs. Mark Zuckerberg visited Neem Karoli Baba's ashram in Karachi. Larry Bryant took Google's Larry Page and Jeffrey Scroll, co-founder of eBay, on the pilgrimage. After returning to the United States, Ramdas and Larry Bryant founded the Seva Foundation, an international health organization based in Berkeley, California. Steve Jobs, a friend of Brilliant, also funded the organization. It is committed to applying the teachings of Neem Karoli Baba towards ending world poverty. In the late 2000s, another foundation evolved, the Love Serve Remember Foundation, whose purpose is to continue the teachings of Neem Karoli Baba.